It's strange how the most revealing years are really the loud ones.
Yeah, they're incredibly quiet.
Right. It's just life slowly forcing you to see things you absolutely were not ready to see before. Like the central theme in this collection, lessons I did not sign up for.
The heaviest of those lessons is almost always about control.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, the illusion of it.
Totally.
We all mentally acknowledge that we don't control the universe. But when it comes down to our internal world, our emotional reactions, or our need to have a situation perfectly sorted, we just refuse to actually live that reality.
Right.
We hold on so tightly.
I keep picturing someone gripping a fragile glass, like the muscles in your hand are clamping down trying to protect it.
Right, right.
But that rigid, inflexible pressure, which is driven entirely by anxiety, is the exact mechanism that causes the glass to shatter in your palm.
That is exactly it.
I get the physics of it, but when I am the one gripping, I mean, how do I loosen my hand without feeling like I'm just letting everything crash to the floor?
Well, you have to realize the grip itself is what is exhausting you.
Yeah.
Letting go isn't falling. It's simply removing the resistance to what is already happening. You just stop fighting the reality of the moment.
And I feel like that fear of losing control is exactly what drives us to overplan in the first place.
Oh, absolutely. Think about the rigid goals you might have written down this past January.
Right. We try to lock the future into a spreadsheet because the ambiguity of the year ahead just feels way too vulnerable.
And then the year actually happens. Things shift. But instead of adapting, we punish ourselves for deviating from the plan.
Which makes no sense.
Right. The you who made those plans in January didn't have the data you have today. You haven't failed because you changed direction.
No, you just survived enough of the year to get clearer on what you actually need.
Exactly.
Forcing yourself to stick to those early goals is like forcing yourself to wear an outfit that fit you perfectly 3 years ago.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
The fabric is actively cutting off your circulation now. But letting go of those rigid plans leaves you with this sudden, unstructured space.
It does.
You find yourself with a slow morning. And here is where I get completely stuck. I'll let myself just sit on the couch. But by 11 a.m., I realize I'm no longer recharging. I'm actively hiding.
Yeah, that line gets blurry fast.
How does that switch flip without us even noticing? Like, where is the invisible line between restorative rest and paralyzing rot?
So it really comes down to your nervous system.
Yeah.
Rest is a parasympathetic state.
Okay.
It's active recovery, where your body feels safe enough to let its guard down and heal. Rot, on the other hand, is a freeze response.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, your brain becomes so cognitively overwhelmed by the demands of reality that it hits the emergency shutoff switch. You aren't resting. You're literally paralyzed by avoidance.
When you're paralyzed like that, you isolate.
Yes.
You stay on the couch. You pull inward, which means you are completely alone with your own thoughts, which is arguably the most dangerous place to be.
It is, because there is no external friction. In a vacuum, a passing worry doesn't just fade. It crystallizes.
It really does.
Without anyone there to challenge it, a momentary anxiety becomes a heavy, absolute fact.
It reminds me of staring at shadows on a bedroom wall when you're a kid.
Oh, sure.
In the dark, that shape is a monster. It is terrifying and real, but the second someone else helps you flip the light switch, it's just a pile of laundry.
Exactly. The shadow had no actual mass.
Right. But when you are trapped in that freeze response, the silence feels impossible to break. How do you actually bridge that terrifying gap to let someone in?
You have to force the thought through a different part of your brain.
What do you mean?
When you speak your anxiety out loud to someone you trust, you physically interrupt the emotional loop spinning in your amygdala. You force your brain to process the fear through its language and logic centers.
Wait, really? Just saying it does that?
Yeah, you don't even have to explain the whole shadow. Saying just one true thing out loud breaks the seal.
Wow. So moving that anxiety from your internal loop out into the physical world changes everything.
It really does.
It grounds you, even if the physical world you're stepping back into is deeply uncomfortable. The author of these notes makes this seemingly trivial but brilliant observation. Right now, it's too cold for sandals, but too warm for boots.
Yeah, it captures the reality of stepping out of your head perfectly.
It really does.
You land in a physical environment that just doesn't quite fit. Not every season is well-timed. Most of life is spent in an awkward, ill-fitting transition phase where nothing feels quite right.
Yeah, but you're still here, existing in it, which makes you wonder, what if these awkward, entirely uncomfortable in-between seasons are actually the exact spaces where our most vital, unseen growth is happening?